We begin the fourth with the Bay Diggers leading the University Bulldogs 35-6. Matthew Wortman to punt for University as they have got a fourth down and about 11 with the ball at their own 21-yard line. Albo and Garcia are just shy of the 50 to receive. Now the officials are convening. And when you've got a 29-point game, all you want to do is finish the game as quickly as possible.
No, I can remember so many games we came into, we were hoping for a running clock. I don't think it's going to happen tonight.
Perfect snap. Wortman gets it off. A high end-over-end punt. Fair catch by Garcia, and he dropped the football. Did he fall on it at the 48-yard line? The ball is wrestled away by Jesse Schwint, and University has it. The Bay Diggers turn it over for the second time in the game. Garcia simply dropped it.
No, he misjudged it. He thought he had the ball covered, and then all of a sudden, right when it got close to the ground, he had to surge forward about 3 or 4 yards to try to get underneath of it. He was crouched down as far as he could, had his palms facing up. The ball went right in between his arms.
Well, that's one of the few mistakes he's made tonight because he's had an excellent game. 1st and 10 for University at their own 48-yard line. Man in motion to the left. There is the pitch right. Very little running room. In fact, a big loss of 2 to 3 yards as the Bay Diggers bring down Stephen Bradley. Ethan Brost was in that backfield before Bradley really got going. Threw him back down at the 45, 2nd down and 13.
Again, our defensive end on this side, Sean McConnell, he strung the play out. They brought their guy in motion, tried to have him crack back on our linebacker. But McConnell stepped across the line of scrimmage, fought the outside shoulder of the blocker, and just stretched it out, and that allowed all that pursuit to come up there and help make the tackle.
2nd down and 13 on the 45-yard line. There's the handoff to Strohauer along the left side, cuts it back towards the middle. Down at the 50. Bryant Woodward and Trevor Blake in on the play, a gain of 5, 3rd and 8. And I don't believe, Dave, that Felix Calderon is back in the game. No, he's on the sideline, but he's standing and just walking along the sideline. So it looks like he's okay. I think they're just going to give him a rest as a precautionary measure to keep him out of the game.
I think a guy takes a cleat in the shin. It hurts pretty. It hurt me pretty bad. I don't blame him.
3rd and 8 at the 50. Sparks turns around. The backs are in an eye. Strohauer and Bradley. There's the pitch left to Bradley. No running room. Now he wants to throw the football along the left sideline. There's a jump ball, and it is tipped and incomplete. Broken up beautifully over there. And was that Albo or Garcia along that left sideline, Dave? Because
it was Albo.
Because right there, that pass looked like it was intended for Jack Prisgoda, but the Bee Diggers read that beautifully on that halfback pass.
Albo waited till the last minute. For a while there, I was watching the ball come down out of the sky, and it seemed like it was taking Vinny a long time to go for it, but he jumped up there at the last minute and made the play.
Matthew Wortman to punt. The Bee Diggers are going to be pinned back unless this is a very bad punt. Short snap, and now it looks like a fake. They're going to run the fake and throw it along the left sideline, and that is going to be complete, but pass interference. It would have been short of the 1st down to the 44-yard line as the pass was called by Jesse Schwint. Unfortunately, the defender, Carlos Carrillo, never turned around, and that's going to be an automatic 1st down for University as they faked it on 4th down and about 8.
Carrillo, that's why he doesn't play defensive back, because he didn't know that you can't grab a hold of the guy and throw him on the ground when they're throwing the ball to him. That's that's exactly what he was doing. He had a hold of him, and the ball was in the air, and he wasn't looking back. He was tackling him. You could tell the kid was pulling away from him. He wasn't going to allow that to happen.
Yeah, that's an easy call. 1st and 10 for University at the Bee Digger 34-yard line. One setback at Strohauer. 2 receivers off to the right, 2 to the left. And Stephen Bradley, the inside receiver to the right, moved. So now that football will go 5 yards backwards, setting up a 1st down. And 15 to go for University. 10-17 to go in the game. And the Bee Diggers are in the lead by a score of 35-6. Platte Valley Hearing Center at 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, getting your hearing to its very best, and your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs. Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street, Morgan Federal Bank. There's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. From the 39. Quick drop. Now a handoff on the draw to Strohauer, and he tries to drive his way inside the 35 to the 34. Maverick Seawald made the play, but it's a gain of, let's see, that's close to 6. 2nd and 8.
90 yards now.
Yep.
University's in a hurry-up offense.
Pass out to the left, and that pass is going to be caught towards the first down marker. Then a flip, and that ball is loose. Let's see if the Bead Diggers got it off that flip. Let's see who the receiver was first. Because it was caught by Kirkpatrick. Then he tried to flip it over to Jack Priscotta.
He's going for that old hook and lateral.
Well, that's going to be a gain of 6 on the pass to Kirkpatrick. 3rd and 2. Back to throw from the 26. Deep down the left sideline and complete. Nowhere close. Vince Albo blanketed Jack Priscotta. 4th down, and I said the 26 is actually the 27. They've got to get to the 25. So it is 4th down and 2 with 9:18 to go in the game. The Bead Diggers have been in control since in early moments of the game when they led 14-0. Now it's 35-6. 2 receivers split out each side. On 4th and 2 from the Brush 27-yard line. Sparks, 5-step drop, pumping, throws out to the left, incomplete, or was it caught? It was caught. The receiver underneath thought it was intended for him, and instead it went by him, and then Kirkpatrick caught it at the 21. It's a gain of 7. 1st down for University.
So Kirkpatrick's got 46 of their 65 yards.
Trying to take advantage of Brush's 2nd turnover of the game. University has it 1st and 10 at the Bead Digger 21. Under 9 minutes to go in the contest. There's the option right, and the pitch right to Strohauer. Flag is down, and so is Strohauer. Tackled in the backfield, and Felix Calderon back in the game. Threw him for a loss of 2, holding University. They'll take it back even further.
It's one of those plays that's just fancy, and again, looking at an offense here that doesn't have a lot of rhyme or reason. You know, all the rush plays, or most of them are in a series where, you know, one play will set up another play. You start having a lot of success with it. As soon as they stop it, then you run the other half of that series, and usually it knocks them dead. But University comes out with sort of that option sort of a look that just comes out of the blue and just not effective for them.
Izzy Hernandez is into the game for Brush. 1st and 21 for University. He replaces Carlos Carrillo. The ball at the 32. Quick drop. Back to throw. Pressure coming. And Sparks is down. And Calderon was unblocked. And Felix threw him to the ground at the 40-yard line. That's a sizable loss of 8 yards.
That takes Sparks to minus 17 on the night.
University takes a timeout. I don't blame him, Dave. There was a major breakdown there because Felix is an outstanding nose guard. But you can't leave him unblocked because he got in that backfield quickly. And now University, because of that play, is looking at a 2nd down and close to 29. They've got to get to the 11. That ball is just inside the Bead Digger 40.
Yeah, they're in trouble. Their offensive line is just not taking care of their quarterback or anybody in the backfield for that matter, allowing our defensive line just to tee off on them. A lot like Ray was doing to us in the first half last week.
Dave and I will be back here next Friday night when the Bead Diggers face the Platte Valley Broncos, a team that tonight was taking on Wells Central and leading at last check 7-0 as that game was approaching halftime. So when play resumes, 2nd down and 29. Now, the first-team defense has allowed just 1 touchdown each of the first 3 games. So they're looking to do that here. Fort Morgan scored 2 touchdowns, but they scored that second against the second-team defense. And the first-teamers are still out there for Brush on the defensive side. With 8:41 to go in the game, and the Bead Diggers up 35-6. 2nd and 29 from the 40. Deep drop, setting up a screen over the middle. The pass is caught by Strohauer to the 35, cuts it to the 30, breaks the tackle at the 25. He's into the clear at the 10, to the 5, and he dives. He's down at the 1. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Izzy Hernandez, a gain of 39, first and goal for University.
Just broke some tackles. He just refused to go down. He kept driving his feet. Had some guys leave our feet. Whenever you're tackling somebody, you always have to make sure you keep your feet and keep driving your feet. But what happens sometimes is guys will leave their feet, they lay on their bellies and just try to hold on, and that allows a guy to slip away.
Oh, that was a great play call. 39 yards all the way to the 1. First and goal. Strohauer and Bradley in the backfield. Sparks hands it off to Strohauer. He runs into Beat Diggers, and he's going to be thrown for a loss at the 2. Boy, bunched up there were Maverick Seawald and Carlos Carrillo. Second and goal from the 2. This will be the 11th play of the drive that started at the 48-yard line following Brush's second turnover.
On these nights like this when it's dark with all those trees over there in the background, it's really hard to see down there on the field. You get down there close to the goal line.
Again, Strohauer and Bradley are in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. On second and goal from the 2. Sparks back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws out to his right, and it's incomplete off of Bradley's hands, a little bit behind him. Third and goal for University. Well, what would be even better is if the Beat Diggers stopped them and then generated 3 or 4 first downs, ran out the clock, and come away with a victory, because really this is the incentive now for Brush. Hold his team to the only touchdown they scored, which came in the opening half. Third and goal from the 2. Again, 2 receivers off to the left. Sparks on the option left, now looking to throw, backtracking, and he's going to be spun down all the way back at the 20-yard line. Looked like he was going to take off. Thrown down by Sean McConnell. They'll mark it at the 15 because he had forward momentum. But, Dave, that's a loss of 13, fourth and goal from that point.
Well, it's been a rough night for Sparks, being able to throw the ball and drop him back. McConnell comes in from his defensive end position, and he curled him from the inside out. You know, he didn't allow Sparks to get outside of his containment, and wrapped him up and spun him around.
Yeah, had Sparks thrown that away, Dave, that would have been intentional grounding because he had nowhere to go with that football. 3 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right, fourth and goal from the 15. They did convert a 3rd and 21 in the opening half. Lone setback is Strohauer. Back to throw is Sparks. Deep down the right sideline. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone by Eric Garcia, and he will take a knee. That's actually a good play because the ball was at the Beat Digger 15, and with the interception, it places the ball at the 20. So Garcia has done virtually everything tonight. The only negative was just the 1 turnover he committed.
Yeah. You know, Sparks has thrown the ball now 19 times, completed 7 of those for 105 yards, but he's got 2 interceptions.
Both to Eric Garcia. So Brush will start off at their own 20-yard line with 6:36 to go, up 35-6 on the University Bulldogs. And this is the idea, just see if you can run about 12 or 13 plays and cement this. They've already cemented it, but just to end this quickly, the handoff left side to Carter. Got to seam to the outside of the 30. He picks it up and is down at the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Carter well over 100 yards after the gain of 21. And on the tackle were Zach Spence as well as Mario Melendez.
Yeah, 118 yards now for Carter on 19 carries, and easily his best game running the ball for the Diggers in his career.
1st and 10 just beyond the 40-yard line. And Tormolen will let some time tick off the clock. Still awaiting the snap is Tormolen. Waiting for that 5-second count. There it is. 3. Handoff. Left side. Chris Lee with a big hole. Cuts it back towards the middle across the 45. Still driving. And still driving to the 50. Did he lose the football? I think he might have, but it was recovered by Vince Albo. And they're going to keep the clock rolling. I'm not sure why, because that's a first down. That should be a first down at the 50 and a gain of 10. And here comes the second-team unit for Brush. And the starters get a big hand tonight, Dave. Well-deserved.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love to see this. One of the traditions that send in the younger players, and the varsity gets a standing O as everybody else comes in the game, and now these guys get a chance to tear it up.
Kalen Brandt is the quarterback, a sophomore. He was looking very impressive when I saw him warm up. And there's the give on the right side and a big loss of 2 yards. Handoff with Jake Morrow. Certainly not his fault. There was just very little blocking there. 2nd down and 12. Tyler Alonso made the tackle. But, of course, there's a lot of pressure here on the offensive line, too, because they're still facing first-teamers out there.
Yeah, but these guys will come together, and they just got to get out there and get a feel for it this first time. And you watch, they're going to get this offense rolling.
Morrow and Hernandez in the backfield. 2nd down and 12 for Brush at their own 49-yard line. Brandt will pitch it left to Izzy. He's got speed to burn to the outside, a stiff arm to the 50, and then he's down at the 48-yard line. I wonder if that's going to be a face mask. As the tackle is made by Spence, it's a gain of 3. Let's see if they'll tack on more. I don't think Izzy grabbed the opposing team's face mask. No, that was against Spence of University, a 5-yarder, though. So give him 3 yards plus 5 more on the penalty.
I was the same as you. I thought, Izzy with that stiff arm, he got into the face of the defender, and sometimes you'll get a call against you for that.
So it will be 2nd down and 4 from the 43. We are under 5 minutes to go in the game. Brush 35, University 6. Brandt with one receiver to the left. Will take the snap, and he'll run into his defender. Then he'll try to bootleg it. Flag is down, and so is Brandt at the 46. A big mess there and a loss of 2, and the penalty will be holding against Brush. So they did nothing right on that play.
They ran into each other there in the backfield, and then that causes the ball to be ran in the opposite direction. The guys are blocking. So guys are actually pushing them towards where Brandt's at, and to try to keep them from making the tackle, guys grab a hold of people, and it's just what happens.
Well, because of that, now you've got a 2nd and 16. That penalty occurred behind the line of scrimmage. Bead Diggers have got to get to the other side of the University 40 that right now they're at their own 44. Well, let's see if they pass this ball with 2nd and long instead of handoff on the right side. And across the 45 to the 47 is Jake Morrow. Gains 3 yards before the tackle was made by Augie Arguello. 3rd and 13 for Brush. Kyle Rosenbrock checks into the game.
He ran pretty hard on that play, Jake did, as he ran it in between, off tackle over on the right side. Just kind of got shirt-tailed.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's limping off the field, but he appears to be okay. On 3rd down and 13 from their own 47. With under 4 minutes to go, Brandt drops the football, picks it up, and runs right into the line. So 4th and 13. Just some jitters there by the Bead Diggers. The initial hit for University was made by Isaac Chavez. Bead Diggers will have to punt, and University will have one final possession. Tyler Stratman is out there. A very comfortable victory for Brush. They led 14-0 early, 21-6 at the break. They've scored the only 2 touchdowns in the second half. St. John Kirkpatrick back at the 20 for University. Tyler Stratman at his own 32. Perfect snap. Heavy rush. He gets it off. Fluttering punt towards the University sideline. Bounces at the 33. And then it dies at the 31. A punt of 23 yards. That's where University has the football. With an even 3 minutes to go from Bead Digger Stadium in Brush.
Stratman got a lot of hang time on that punt, didn't he? He got it up there in the air, and we got it down the field. The punting game's really improved this year.
Oh, without a doubt. He had some huge punts last week against Ray. Faith Christian did not have the better of the field position. Of course, they went for it a lot on 4th down in Bead Digger territory, but still the Bead Diggers were able to work their way out of that. 1st and 10 for the 31. The pitch right, cutting it back towards the middle, and maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage, I believe, was Stephen Bradley. Boy, Brush was there to make the play, starting with Joe Carwin, the freshman. So 2nd and 10 for the 31.
15 yards now for Bradley on 8 carries, and he's one of their top players. The guy's got a lot of speed. He's the one they're matching up head-to-head with Garcia when they're on defense.
And the ball is dropped by Sparks. He picks it up, takes off with the football, running left across the 35 towards the 36-yard line. Caught the Beat Diggers off guard because he picked it up so quickly. Once he dropped it, Corey Acosta was in on the play. It is a gain of 5, third and a long 5 to go for the Bulldogs as we approach the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
These youngsters for Brush that are out there on the field on defense right now, they were all running in there to see if they could recover that fumble. By the time they got there, Sparks was already running down the field.
On 3rd and 5 from the 36, back to throw is Sparks, rolling to his right. Plenty of running room, will take off with the football. Now still rolling, now running out of room, across the 40 to the 45, back towards the sideline, and spun out of bounds at the 50. Gain of 14 and a first down for University, as along the sideline was Stratman.
Stratman, that was a heads-up play by them, or by Stratman. He almost tackled him way out of bounds. It was one of those plays that could have been, called unnecessary roughness, but luckily he held up there at the last minute.
1st and 10 at the 50. After the pickup of 14 yards by the quarterback, Tanner Sparks. 2 receivers out to the left. 3-step drop, throws a pass out in the left flat, a diving reception, but right at the 50 by Craig Noe. Check that, Jack Prescotta. It'll be 2nd down and 10. All that does is keep the clock moving.
Lucky for us.
Well, yeah, there's still 1:23 to go, so University could get off 3 or 4 plays depending upon if they throw the ball or not. 2nd down and 10 with a ball at the 50. Platte Valley up on Wells Central, 28-14. The Beat Diggers moved. So that'll make it 2nd and 5 from the 45. And the Beat Diggers do have Platte Valley here coming up a week from today. And then after next week, it'll be an alternating road-home situation. Draw play, Strohauer. He runs into a Beat Digger and maybe a second in the backfield. Jar Carwin was around that football, along with Joe Carwin was Corey Acosta as well, the junior. They throw Strohauer for a loss of 3. 3rd down and 8 from the 48. Back to throw Sparks, looking deep over the middle, incomplete. At the 32-yard line, intended for Sam Long, the 5'9", 165-pound junior. It'll be 4th down and 8 from the Beat Digger 48-yard line.
Eddie Uribe's playing that free safety. He was coming up hoping for the interception, but it was like a drop ball that was thrown. It just got out there close to him and then hit the grass.
Well, obviously, University is going to go for it on 4th and 8 from the Beat Digger 48-yard line, trailing by 29 with only 37 ticks remaining. 2 receivers out to the right once again, 1 to the left, 1 set back. Sparks, deep drop, a pass out in the right flat, caught by Strohauer at the 50. Then he's down at the 45, short of a first down, a gain of only 3 yards. And Izzy Hernandez made the tackle from behind, preventing Strohauer from getting a first down. And the Beat Diggers take over on downs and only have to run 1 play and walk out of here with a 4-touchdown win.
108 yards passing tonight, though, for University. They had a decent night, just a couple of big passes. That 39-yard pass, they had a 26-yard completion, and outside of that, they didn't have a whole lot.
Well, the Beat Diggers won't eclipse 40 tonight unless they score on this play. They've eclipsed 40 each of the last 5 meetings, but really doesn't matter as long as you pick up the win. 1st and 10 from the 45, and there's the handoff to Izzy Hernandez, running hard and spinning, trying to work his way out of traffic. Then he fumbled the football and recovered by the Beat Diggers back at the 46. Man, Izzy Hernandez runs hard. And Corey Acosta recovered the fumble. The forward progress was to the 49, but because he fumbled, it's only a gain of 1 to the 46. And that is the end of the game. The Brush Beat Diggers win their Patriot League opener, beating the University Bulldogs at Beat Digger Stadium 35-6. We'll come back with a recap right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.